Welcome to TUSH Twins, heard on MalcolmPresents.com, a streaming network uh, giving original shows that nobody else on this planet does. And I don't know if anybody else wants to. But anyway, welcome, Maxine. Welcome, Paula.
Welcome to y'all, and a happy anniversary to you, Malcolm. I know you had
Thank you.
a recent
Happy anniversary.
I
Yes,
go.
and many, many more. And you and Anna send her our love. So that's cool. So I'm gonna start with a move over Jane and Lily. I've added them, aka Grace and Frankie, to people who might not know. In addition to, of course, Lucy and Ethel, Laverne and Shirley, Thelma and Louise, Betty and Wilma, Tina and Amy, blah, 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 blah. And of course, the Tush twins. Us.
They are now an honored pair.
We are now an honored pair. I don't know, honored pair of what, but
a pair of nuts.
A
pair of cookie birds.
A pair of cheeks.
A pair of cheeks. That's right.
Yes, we're a bunch of kookie birds.
You joined at the hips.
We are joined at the hips, and we're joined at the tush, really.
Tush.
And our husbands know that, right? I mean, you would think by now that they would, but sometimes I wonder.
The question is, if one of them marry you, does that mean they're married to the other also?
That's what Dennis said.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Absolutely yes, because we had to check to make sure Dennis and Max and Les would, pulling together, and we've done some stuff.
But I'll tell you,
do they have to propose to, when they propose to you, do they have to ask permission of the other tush?
Yes.
Basically, Dennis did.
What Dennis did. He asked me, because I told him, I have a whole bunch of stuff on the redhead, man. You need to know about this. And he turned colors that you shouldn't. So we went, where was it? On the
waterfront,
the water club, or
the water club, right on the East River.
On the East River.
34th.
I don't think it's there anymore, is it? I guess
no, it's still there. It's something else, but I don't know what it is. I think it's a catering hall.
It's a lovely place. So we were gonna, meet there to have some.
And you were pregnant.
I was pretty preggo. I was like threatening to anyone that if you made me laugh or do something, my water would break right here, and they would go, no. So I pulled Dennis aside during this
because I went to the bathroom.
Went to the bathroom, and he's like, "What are you talking about? What do you have? What do I need to know? You better fess up." It's like I said, "There's one."
And then,
really,
And then all of a sudden, I come behind him, and I burp as loud as I can in his ear.
Right.
Because Maxine goes, she burps.
I'm like, what is so important that I need to know? And I said, when she burps, the room can explode.
And I went,
she did this giant burp, and he thought it was like, well, she's having an affair. She's doing
it was hysterical, but he felt he was good sport.
Right. So, he was a good sport. So
Max, did you know he was going to propose before he proposed to her, or he had already proposed?
He already proposed. He asked my mom's permission.
Right. I think he asked my mom's.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And he kind of hinted to me. He hinted pretty much, actually.
To everyone except me. I had no idea.
Right. You had no clue, but we were getting clues left and right. So it was kind of fun.
How long was the courtship?
We were friends for a year, and then we went on our first date. It was Labor Day weekend. We were engaged by November 14th.
Wow, that's fast.
And married a year later.
Right. It was a year.
Was this number 2?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Number 2,
was this number 2?
This is done.
Was this number 2?
I'm not my brother. My brother's 5.
Okay. 5?
5 or 4? No, he'd been on his 5th. It's 4.
It's 4.
4.
Well, again, I don't know how old your brother is, but those days, if you had an affair with a woman, you married her.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you
Nah,
marry her? Yeah, I don't think that's pretty. I don't think that would happen right now.
No.
nah, they don't do that anymore.
And now, as we talk about, as, I think we did in previous shows, and I watch these high school dramas or the miniseries. They're always everybody's
Oh,
hooking up.
Well, that's pretty.
that's TV.
But no, I've seen. I mean, honestly, I mean, I saw kids in junior high school in this area,
Junior high?
Hmm.
junior high,
They're hooking up.
in the hooking up,
No,
absolutely
not me.
hooking up
Well,
in
then
junior
again,
high
no one ever
school.
asked me out on a date.
Oh, sure, you were asked out.
No, I wasn't. I didn't
I
go on a single date till I was out of
I,
high school.
I asked you
One
out
date.
many times.
Were you the ugly
I was,
duckling? Were you
No,
the
yes, I
ugly
was,
duckling
she
that all of a
was not
sudden
the ugly
blossomed?
duckling.
I
She just
was.
no, she didn't stay because she was in the all city chorus.
No, but
And
I
you
had
and when
crushes
did
on
you
guys, but they didn't like
what
me.
When
Well,
Alan you
Alan, I
went out
was,
with,
yes, well, I was
you were
18 when I
still
started dating. 18. Just before I graduated high school, we started dating.
okay.
That was
Well,
it. He was my first real boyfriend.
your first boyfriend. Okay.
And
Um
where is he today?
Oh, he's in Rochester.
he's a good friend of ours.
Yeah, he's a good friend.
He's
He's
in
been
Lake
friends.
Canandaigua.
I know him
Uh
since I'm
uh,
14,
yeah, I
15.
Oh,
mean they met at the in the choruses
in
and
high school.
Mm-hmm. In high school, yeah.
yeah, I mean so
He lived in
yeah,
the Bronx and I lived in
yeah.
Brooklyn, the
And
bees.
he
How did you meet
and
in high school if he lived in the Bronx?
because they were in all
No, I
city
was
chorus.
we in All City Concert
Oh,
Choir,
all
so we
city.
were
Okay.
traveling. Yeah, we were traveling chorus,
The
Hmm.
traveling
and
chorus.
Mhm.
You should gather them together, the ones that are still around.
We did for our, may he rest in peace, John Motley. We all had a special concert for him. That was the coolest thing.
Yeah,
We did. We
that's
all got together.
I'm sure most people are around. Some might not be, but most are, I think.
It
But
has nothing to
anyway,
do. It
yeah,
has nothing to do with
but
age.
then what happens?
We all
Who
go.
you and Alan, what did you both do to me?
We set you up at less.
Right. She said she and Alan was a good friend of Les and still is. And
Yes.
you're my bleh. You caused all
Yeah.
this trouble. You caused all this trouble. It's you. You and Alan.
Yes, I know Les way before you. I
Yeah.
I went to his sister's wedding.
Ooh.
Oh boy,
Did you
such a
meet Les
thing.
after he graduated medical school, or you met him before?
No,
No,
no, I met
before.
him in
I'm still
college.
in college.
He's a year ahead of me, so I was a freshman. He was a sophomore at NYU. Uh and me being a Brooklyn kid, stayed in
If you
Brooklyn.
went to NYU, you should have. You knew it was right there because when I went to school, if you went to NYU, you were rich because it was expensive even then.
Yeah, he got
Everything
mostly
was expensive.
he got scholarships. He got a lot of scholarships.
Les was a
I mean,
smart person.
yeah, he's smart when he's not a pain in the tush. Other than that,
Yeah,
that's why we were tush
I thought he was
twins.
a pain in the foot.
Yeah, well, see,
He's a
that too.
podiatrist.
I had a pain in the foot, and he actually looked at it, and I said, I don't want to have it strapped up. You might have to. Yeah, I can't buy shoes because going with him for shoes is a joke. Nothing is good. Nothing has support. There's nothing. There's nothing. So then I showed him the bottom of my sneakers yesterday. I said, these sneakers are wearing out. My good, New Balance. He said, we
Right.
just bought them. I said, no, we bought them probably in February or March. And since he goes, oh, we'll get a new pair. We'll get a black pair. And I said, oh, a dress pair. It's like he won't let me get anything else except those
Oh,
Kaiser. What something Kaiser? Remember
Kaiser,
I took
it's
whatever.
yeah, it's
I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever.
well, I have like about six, seven pair of shoes.
Good for you.
Which I wore when when I was had to go to an office.
Mm-hmm.
I can't throw them out. I mean, they're good,
I've done
but
Give some
things.
away.
I never wear them.
Yeah.
See,
Well.
I wear my shoes, but I'm not a big shoe person. I just buy the
I
same
probably have
style over and over in different colors. I don't care.
no, I
I
have the same style. The big thing was I love loafers, and I have the ones with the taluses.
uh,
Oh, you
the
buy
the tassel
Talus. Yeah, they have
Tassels.
You mean tassels? The
Not
I
tassels.
taluses,
know.
that's this
I have one with
weekend.
the taluses. The tassels.
This weekend,
Yeah,
put
they
on your
have
talus because
tassels.
that's what you're gonna
But
need.
that's before
Oh
that.
yeah.
The old days, I loved penny loafers.
Oh,
That was
we
my
did
favorite.
too.
We wore penny loafers in
We
school
wore penny
sometimes.
loafers. We wore
Mhm.
saddle shoes.
You didn't really wear sneakers that much, except
No, and Jim,
the
you didn't wear.
Keds or the Converse, but mostly for gym.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
otherwise you're
we
wearing
wore.
shoes. I
And
We
think.
then,
even wear
yeah.
sandals back then.
Yeah,
Really,
that's
just to
one
the
thing
beach.
it's one thing I do wear is sandals.
Yeah.
So I get approved on the Tiva sandals.
Now
Oh, I
even
have
when
the
I'm
special sandals too.
They're
now
not
even when
special,
I'm
they're just
formal, I have the Skechers. They have the Skechers all black that you can slip
Oh,
on.
right.
yeah, my husband has those. Dennis
Are
I
those
wears
wear
any
those.
good?
Yeah, I wear
They're
those for formal
excellent.
occasions. If I'm dressed in a suit or something, I wear the black sandals. I wear the black
Dennis
Yeah.
Skechers.
wears the.
Yeah, so I can wear my black
Dennis
New
wears
Balance
his.
with any
Yeah.
dress.
I'm
Luckily,
wearing.
I do have a nice pair of dress shoes for dresses. I think I need another pair though. You want to go shopping with me? Get some.
No.
Oh, come on.
Yes, I will go shopping with you.
Thank you. I have to
If
get
you
some
go
shoes.
shopping with me.
I will go shopping with you. You're
Okay, that's
easy. You
good.
just buy every shit. Anything. Oh, oops. Everything.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Remember when Keds were the big brand? I think
Of
there was
course.
if you didn't
Keds
buy
and
Keds, you didn't buy sneakers.
Keds and
I
PF
wore
Flyers.
kids. PF Flyers. That's what,
Well, yeah.
if you played sports, it was PF Flyers or whatever was the cheapest my parents would buy me.
Yeah, Keds and PF Flyers seem to be what we would get.
Yeah.
And the guys would wear Converse, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, that was
But
more
I can't
the
wear Converse because they're too flat. I have a very high arch,
yeah,
especially
I
from
wore
being a bunny. My arches,
thing
I have
was
to wear shoes with a high arch in it because I wore heels so long.
right, right.
when was the last time you went to an a store to buy shoes, sneakers?
Me?
Going next week. I go like every 6 months.
I mean, go
I've
there,
got
it blows your mind. There are like 87 different varieties.
And I always
right.
get the same pair
And
over and over
they're
and over.
$187 to $200.
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
it costs
when
for
when
sneakers.
I was doing marathons, haha,
Mhm.
uh, I would get
Marathon man.
I would get Runner's World, and each
Right.
year, every half a
We,
year, they'd rate the different brands,
Hmm.
and I'd always follow them.
We used to go to
Uh,
Runner's World in Grand Central.
yeah,
yeah, it's
I mean,
not
most of the
there
time
anymore.
because
I know.
they broke it down. If you, I know, I was always a heavy runner. It was a shade under 6, but I'm 85 pounds, which is a heavy runner.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So they always said the heavy runner, if you pronate and supinate, whichever way your foot lies, and
You,
they tell you what shoe to wear. If you have a wide arch or narrow.
I
Yeah.
have a very narrow foot.
Yeah, you
No,
have
Skinny
that.
weeny,
Well, it's,
I have
skinny
a wide
weeny,
foot. So
little
if you buy
thing.
me sneakers, I need a large toe room.
Oh, I don't.
Don't want nope.
For Christmas it's New Balance.
It's
New
New
Balance.
Balance. Yes, I have New Balance on right now, but they
I
are
wear Skechers.
fading. I can't wear Skechers. I
Skechers have
need.
a high arch, and Tekfos, whatever this high arches.
I don't know. I know that I'm due for a new pair of
Yeah, let's go shopping
sneakers.
next week when I meet you. We'll
Yeah.
go
Still
shopping.
Well,
make you wear.
sneakers less is. I mean, if I pick out shoes, they have to be returnable because he is just I
How
don't have.
come he doesn't make
Believe
you?
me.
How come Les doesn't make you wear orthotics?
I did have orthotics for a while,
And I
but
did too. He
but
made
the
me
New
wear them.
Balance sneakers, I don't need them because they're
No,
very supportive.
custom. When I was really running, it was custom made. I think
Yeah,
Yeah,
even
Les
Les
back
used to make them
20,
for
still
me.
does.
20 years ago, they were like
Yeah,
$300-400. I don't know
yeah,
how much they are now.
it's more now. Yeah, he deals with a lab that he's dealt with for a long time, and a lot of his patients he has orthotics for. So it's nothing new. I mean, or nothing old, whatever you
Well,
want to say.
now my back and my posture are totally thrown off.
Can't take you anywhere.
Hmm.
I go to my well, I don't go to a chiropractor. I go, there's a massage therapist is a friend of mine. Every time I walk past him, he goes, "Oh no."
He looks at you.
He looks at me, he
Oh,
said,
you have a physical therapist you can see at 5:30 in the morning, right?
I do. I go 5:30 in the morning
Oh God, I don't know.
and I
They have
work
these
out.
things called stretch labs now, where you can actually go in. It's a physical thing, and you can get
Stretch,
stretched.
yeah. Yep.
That's a
Those
thing.
are the best thing. If I was in the city, I'd be
I
going to that every day.
I don't know. There's actually
It's good.
one not far.
It's good to be rich.
Yeah,
It's
well,
good to be king or
it's good to
queen.
be
I am the
king.
queen.
Yep, this is also true.
Anyway,
So
what were we talking
I don't
about
even
today?
know if we're going to get anywhere near this
Well,
topic, but we can
then
do
if
tangentially this topic unless you have something else to say.
no, I just went ghost hunting. That's about it.
Ghost
Ghost
hunting.
hunting?
I I
Could, could
I
you could you explain, Ethel?
Okay, I can see we're never going to get near this topic, so let's hold it for next week.
Definitely, because I
You
really
can
want,
talk.
because
You
I
can
have a
talk
lot on
about
that.
talk. Okay, let's. Okay, you went ghost hunting.
Yes.
But a couple of months ago, I also went ghost hunting. So go ahead first.
Ooh. No,
Go
you go
ahead
first. I want to
first.
hear about your ghost hunting.
No,
Go, go,
no,
go, go.
no. Mine's not.
I was in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and it's one of the saddest places in the world, I think. Thousands of people that died, and the bodies that are still uninterred, and there are ghosts all over the place. There's trees called the witness trees. There are three of them there that are sycamores and something, I forgot the other one, but they're really, really tall, and they're grown from the blood of the soldiers.
Hmm.
And you
What?
could, yes, that's what they
That's
told us, this guy.
scary.
Yes, and if you peel away some of the bark, which they don't want you to do, you could see where the bullet holes were. Yes, it's
That's pretty.
really, and we went into this um by the park or the battlefield. It's all dark, really dark.
Mhm.
And we went looking
Wow.
for, I was looking for
Unbelievable.
George and the prisoner.
That's
He
crazy.
didn't answer me.
Did you see anything?
No,
You
but
see
our
any ghosts
guide,
floating around?
but this one woman, and I don't know if she's a shill or not, but she said her divining rods, she asked questions and it crossed every time she asked a question. And she came over and said, there was a woman I was talking to, and he goes, what's is her name Margaret? She goes, oh my God, yes, it is. She goes there every night to look for her children and sits there by the dark. Yeah, and she was speaking
Weird.
to this ghost. It was weird.
That's pretty damn weird.
But it
And
reminds
then
me
they
of
showed us this one house where this kid was playing. We used to play iron tag. They played wheel tag. And he and his, well, I don't want to get into it, but he's a ghost, but he's a happy, friendly ghost. And he said one time,
I know I'm Casper.
There is
that's what I
something
kept
like
asking for him. I asked
did
for
you find
Casper.
Casper?
Casper the
No, but I kept
Friendly.
singing it.
Casper the
No, but you know, it reminds me
Friendly.
of the Pete Seeger song, "Where have all the flowers gone?
It's
Long time
really,
past." And then the lyrics is, "Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone."
it's everyone. But
Wow,
now
that's
this,
exciting.
but
Yeah, go
this
ahead.
But he showed us pictures from other people taking who this is the people that do all those shows on the Travel Channel. They're all professional
Oh,
ghost hunters. And
mm-hmm.
he showed us a couple of pictures that you would see this woman took of the field. And when she developed it, there were soldiers marching in the background. I don't know if that
Mm.
was doctored or fixed, but it really gave me the shivers.
Wow.
I don't
That's
blame you.
pretty kooky bots, if you ask me.
Yes, it
Um,
was, but it
And,
was
and,
interesting and I had a good time
and where is this?
in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Gettysburg. You know that
Yes.
place, remember? Gettysburg Address? Did you
And
find
truthfully,
the address? Did you find the address?
I did. It was
Four,
one Lincoln Plaza.
it was 4 score and 7 years ago.
Yeah. And this is one of the better weekend trips to museums and history because I remember going there with school. Remember, Max?
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In junior high, and we went with my parents once. They took us for the day
I think
trip.
I went a couple of times. Yeah, I think I went.
Yeah, we went with my
We
parents
didn't
once,
couldn't
and
appreciate it as much as probably you did now,
no, I
right?
so appreciated. We went on private tours and it was sad. It wasn't a
Yeah,
happy
yeah.
experience. It was a sad experience, but
Well,
I've learned a lot. I learned a
But
lot.
what I like doing on years ago, don't ask me why, visiting old graveyards
I still do
and
that.
reading the headstones. In New York, I forget what church it is on downtown.
Trinity?
Yeah, I think it
Trinity.
Trinity.
was Trinity, and they have a
It's where
graveyard there.
Alexander Hamilton is buried. Right. Matter
And
of
then I went
fact,
to and then I went to Nantucket, and I was visiting the cemetery there, and they were all like whalers, all
Mm-hmm.
and they either died when they were 17 at sea or they were 109.
well, you got
Like,
all these people who gave their life for this country, and I mean Gettysburg, and they're probably rolling in their graves now to see what's going on
there
again.
was only
Uh,
one civilian that was killed during the 3 days of Gettysburg. One civilian. It was a woman.
Interesting. Of
Really?
course.
That I hadn't heard.
Yes,
Yep.
one woman. She was in her house and a bullet went right. You could see cannon balls still stuck in these homes. That
Wow.
yeah, it was the most eerie and exciting, but eerie and depressing at the same time.
What a topic. So
Yeah, but
I'm gonna yeah,
now tell me your
okay.
ghost
I mean,
story.
okay, my ghost story is that there's a composer's name was Percy Granger, and
Mm-hmm.
he did ensembles at piano. He was fairly well known in the circles of chamber music and orchestrations, and he had a house in White Plains, which has since been declared a national historic landmark
Right.
because of his abilities and what he did for
Mm-hmm.
music. And so in this house, it's been said that you can feel either the ghost of him or the ghost of his mother who lived in that house. And we went on a tour. We saw his gorgeous pianos. We saw his rooms. We saw, the house. I don't know how many. It's 100 something years old. And so we go upstairs to his room, but then they take us to another room, which was his mom's room.
Ooh.
And all of a sudden, the light flashes, a light like a lamp flashes on and off. No, it goes on, stayed on for a little. All the other lights were on, they did not go off. No one was near the lamp. No one was there to like trip the wire or go
Wire.
thing. And apparently this happens quite a bit. And
Ooh.
they checked the wires to see if there's a short. There's no short. Purportedly it's his mom. Now, Percy Granger was a little weird because in his basement he had like an S&M set up. He had this like weird machine. The guy was brilliant but off the trees. So there's actually another, they just invited me to another thing that they're having at the Percy, because it's in White Plains. You would never know in a million years unless you looked at the front of the plaque in the front of the house that it was a
Yeah.
national landmark, and the house looks old, but they're saying that the house is a
Haunted.
ghost house.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of ghosts, one of my favorite movies is Ghost with
Oh, I like ghosts. Mine's
Whoopi Goldberg. That
Beetlejuice.
Whoopi Goldberg and he. Oh, but yeah, but the thing I like Ghost because a friend of mine wrote it. Bruce
Oh,
J. Rubin.
oh,
But
see,
oh,
my favorite movie is Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
I thought you were going to say
Beetlejuice.
ghost. Well, I would say of ghost movies, I'd go Ghostbusters.
I love
Do 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 do
Ghostbusters, the
but,
do
original.
that's fun. That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I
You ever
want
see?
funny.
Did you ever
We
see
need
the
Yeah.
more funny.
Did you ever
It's
see the Ghost?
depressing.
You ever see the Ghost of the Cantervilles?
Yes, I did. The
I've heard
Canterbury
of it, but
Tale.
I
That's an
haven't
old
seen it.
one.
Yes. Yes, that was a very good movie.
Yeah.
Really, really black and white, old.
It's oldie but a goodie. But there's a lot of ghost stories and stuff's going to be coming up now for Halloween, right? So whatever ghost stories are out there,
Well,
and then
let's
of
go to New
course,
Hope, Max. New Hope is haunted.
is it? What's
Yes.
where can we
The
find a haunted
Revolutionary
house?
Wars, right in the Delaware River. The Logan Inn. There's a lot
Uh-huh.
of ghosts there.
Well, they have. I didn't see the new Haunted Mansion movie on Disney. Did you?
No, not yet.
Well,
I
I
watch it when
guess.
it gets on
you got
TV.
to take your video camera
Mm-hmm.
and record some of the places you go with the ghosts. Maybe we'll see a real one, real live one. When you say it's a real live ghost, because ghosts aren't alive, are they?
No, they're real dead ghosts.
Real
A
dead
real
ghosts.
dead ghost.
Well, there's a TV show on CBS called Ghosts,
Yeah.
right?
It used to be. Yes, that was a good show.
No, it's on now on Thursday nights. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
that one.
Channel
Oh, that's the
2.
funniest. I'm
I
thinking of the other show. That is one of the
no,
funniest shows on
it's. I mean, I
TV.
started to see it on streaming and stuff, and it was
Oh
because nothing's
my
on now
God,
because of the strike, right?
it
So,
cracks me. I
I,
love her because she played iZombie.
oh yeah,
so.
you know she's
Yeah, she was.
Australian.
Yeah. Yes.
She has an Australian accent, but you would never know
Never know that she an
from
iZombie also. You never
And so
know.
right,
you
She's
thought she was a
great.
zombie.
Rose McIver. She's
right, Rose
fabulous.
McGovern, and the
I
cast,
love her.
all the ones who play the different ghosts are wonderful.
Aren't they great?
I don't. I mean, who would
It's one
think
of
the
our
show
favorite
would be
shows.
a hit show, right? And it's
It's a
about
hit show.
ghosts.
Yeah.
So I guess they're not making any right now.
There's nothing right now. It's getting
I mean,
boring.
they got on Drew Barrymore's case.
Oh
Talk
yeah.
about unions, like call it because she's doing her show. Apparently,
Yeah, she's
A
doing
lot
and
of
her
I
people
shows.
there.
are.
No, she's getting called out like big time. Like
You
she's
should.
being like you're a
But
scab,
I understand
and
that if you work, you could do movies, but it can't be for a major studio. If you're doing
I
independent
mean,
movies, you could
Uh,
work.
oh, this is a TV show
it's a TV
that's on,
show.
but
None of the other shows are on. Well,
no, no, they are.
Tamron.
There was a deal made last year that
Okay.
actually lets the daytime talk do shows
Yeah, I mean the
apparently.
View
Okay.
is on.
But so
Yeah.
is the View new?
Yeah, I believe
I
so.
don't know.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
so.
I mean,
I don't know.
anyway, they really got on her case specifically in it, and then they said Jennifer Hudson's going to come back, and I
Oh,
mean, because these are definitely purely set, they're Screen Actors Guild actors, so that's like, a lot of the talk show hosts. I mean, they're SAG, but these are actors. These are people who've been in major movies and such. So I don't know. This is getting nuts here at this point. I mean, how long is this going to go on? This is pretty
look at
bad.
Jeopardy. What's her name? Mayim Bialik stepped
She's out of
away
a
from the
job.
show. Yeah, she's out.
Well,
They fired her,
Why'd they
I don't
fire
think
her?
which they
no,
shouldn't.
I don't think they fired her, but
They're not bringing her back.
they're not bringing her.
Why
Well, I don't
not?
know if it's purportedly she'll be back next year, but who knows? I
I
mean,
hope
What was
so
the
because I
reason? She
really
was
like
good.
her. She's
yeah,
excellent on
well,
the show.
but she's supporting her writers and actors,
Oh, well.
and
Yeah.
and the
And
guy,
I give her.
Ken Jennings, is not necessary. He's not really an actor,
He's not
but
an actor. He's not a writer.
he's just
A
a
host.
host, but still, he's not supporting his
But
writers that
I'm
do.
sure he must be in the union if he got to the.
No, he's in
I
the
mean,
union.
yeah, anyone who's in the union, and if they're working live now,
Right.
that's not cool,
Well,
actually.
No,
I haven't figured out why I don't like Ken Jennings. I mean, he's a
I
letter
like him.
perfect. He's a letter perfect, and he
Mhm.
knows the topics and he's good, but somehow he doesn't have the personality. Maybe I'm used to
He's
Alec Trebek.
starting to. He's starting to.
He's getting
He's
better.
getting it.
I'll admit
He's
getting
actually
better.
getting better.
I agreed right in the beginning.
In the
I was
beginning,
like,
yes, without a doubt.
Yucko, and then Mayim Bialik. I said she's awesome. I loved it, and now Mayim is I don't know what
Yeah,
she's
Yeah,
because
doing.
I
Miranda
miss her.
Bialik, she sort of Bialik. She sort of grew into this show. No, she was good, but her looks.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know
Well,
what? They fixed her up. She looks
Yeah.
really good.
Well, they have
She
that. She looks
does.
fine when they,
Yeah.
the
They changed
wardrobe
her
and
clothes because they said
yeah,
you
as
can
long as
do
they
the
change her
show.
clothes and change her
Yeah.
hair a little,
Hair.
she looks
Yeah,
fine, and
She looks
she's
good.
smart.
She
She's
should
a
wear
smarty
pantsuits.
pants.
Oh yeah,
No,
She's a doctor.
she's a scientist. A new.
she's a
Yeah.
neuroscientist.
Yeah,
So
doctor she has. She's
yeah,
brilliant.
she can use if she wanted doctor,
What
but
was what was I'm forgetting the name of the show with Jim Parsons. Where
Oh,
she
Big
was his
Bang.
the
fiance.
Big Bang.
Big Bang Theory. That was my
Yeah.
favorite.
Well,
Lucy,
that
then The
meant
Big Bang Theory, and Cheers. Those are my three
Then
favorite
the Big
shows.
Bang was done. It's so
And
unique.
Frasier, 4.
The Big
yeah.
Bang is
Love.
so unique.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's
You know,
definitely a
I
little.
could
I
watch it
see.
over and over and over and
You
over.
don't believe it. My wife likes Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that show too.
She can see that because
yeah,
the mama, I mean, she gives those lines so perfectly. You
Oh
know,
my
yeah,
God, Marie.
the words are
Mama
perfect,
Marie.
and you know she's mean,
yeah,
She's
yeah.
but the
great. The
words
whole
are
show, and
perfect.
Frank.
Doris
Frank,
Roberts,
yeah, he
Oh
was
my God.
Frankenstein, Peter Boyle.
Frankenstein in the movie. Peter Boyle.
Rats.
Peter Boyle. He was so terrific in that movie. And Mel Brooks picked it right, and he
And
was
that was
he was
great
good
casting.
on
Yes, it
the
was.
fantastic, fantastic
I like
casting.
I think it was the last scene where Gene Wilder is you know when they were transferred the things from Frankenstein to Gene Wilder and he's in bed with his wife or his,
Wife, yes.
Yeah.
and then they say, well, what did you get with Frankenstein? And you just see the outside of the room, and all of a sudden, oh, sweet liberty of
Mystery
life,
of
Oh,
life,
sweet
I
I
mystery
found
of
you.
life is upon. Right, 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 right.
And you know what part he got from Frankenstein. On that
Yeah,
Yeah.
note,
yeah.
we're out of
Wow.
time.
Well, everyone,
Okay.
Lashana Tova to all our
Well,
friends that
Shana Tova,
celebrate
right? Throw your
our New
sins
Year's
away
happy,
on.
healthy.
Happy,
Supposed to
healthy.
be this.
Yeah,
It's a
we're dating a
Sunday.
show,
Tashlich is on Sunday this year, I think.
It is.
It's Friday
No, I
night.
thought Saturday.
The Friday
No, you
night is
can't do it on Shabbat. You
Oh,
can't
you
do it on
can't.
Shabbat. I've
Oh,
been told.
the
I
the
don't
first night of
have to look
no,
it
Passover.
no,
up
I'll
for
look.
sure.
The first night of Rosh Hashanah is Friday night.
Friday night.
Right.
Yes.
Get your challah, get your
I got
chicken,
I
Get your
got
get your
him
chicken.
going shopping
potatoes.
tomorrow.
Oy vey.
Oi.
Oh, well,
Shalom
Anyway,
to all and
everybody
all the
have
so
good
so maybe
shalom.
next week we'll get to talk about our protesting days
I
and
want to talk
that
about
and,
protesting because I
and
have a
then
lot I want
versus
to talk about.
now. There then
Hmm.
versus what's going on
well,
now.
Max, I
So
think we got to start out with it, and then if we
Let's
start
just
out
go
with
with
it,
it.
and I could promise I'll keep us on
No
topic
change.
because
Thank you.
you because you
yeah,
took us off topic.
I always take you off topic. It's my
It's
show.
like
It's your
it's your show. It's called the Tush Twins, but
Tush
I know, but
Twins.
it's my
It's
show.
my show.
oh,
I
well, it's
love it.
our show. Too bad.
Ask
It's
Les and
our
Dennis.
show.
Ask Les and
Tush
Dennis
Twins,
about it,
Tush
whose
Twins,
show it
Tush
is.
Twins.
They'll
I
agree with
will.
me.
Will they? You're in such trouble now. You have no idea.
I know. Ask my
All
wife.
Shalom.
right.
Bye.
Shalom, shalom, tata.
So,
Shalom, shalom,
Bye.
tata.
so.
Bye.
Mwah.